M. Fletcher Brown, another artist video blog, kicks96country.com. My guest today, all the way from the great state of Florida by way of Lower Alabama. He came all the way up through Nashville just to visit us here in the Shoals on the north end of the state. Please welcome Randy Cobb. How are you, man?
Man, I'm just fine, man. I appreciate y'all having me today,
Well,
man.
we love having you guys.
Absolutely.
We love it that you guys take time to come and visit us.
Absolutely, man.
All
I'm
right.
glad to be here. Beautiful day.
Uh-huh.
A beautiful host here. Absolutely.
All right.
Mr.
So
Fletch.
now you're a Florida native. My dad's a Florida native because
Right.
he's further south than you. My dad was from Orlando, that area. But you started out in Pensacola, North Florida.
That's right.
All right. So I imagine, I was like, I'm familiar with North Florida. I'm, the community down there. So I imagine you probably grew up with a pretty healthy dose of country music in your life.
That's all I'll ever listen to. That's all I really know. People are like, man, you don't play much rock and roll in your sets. I said, I don't play no rock and roll in my sets because all I know is country music. That's it.
And you started pretty young, really.
Sure, right? Pretty much. Yeah. I started writing at a very young age. Just through some kind of some harder times when I was younger. When I was 11 years old, I was a ward of my alcoholic father through a divorce, and I lived in 16 different homes in 1 year.
Wow.
And that's what I learned how to write poetry to deal with. As a young kid, you just didn't know what to do, to have people to talk to.
There are worse ways to process what you're going through as an adolescent. Way worse ways.
Absolutely, yeah. So that's kind of what I did. And then when I got into my 20s, man, I started writing songs and recording later on in life. And, they started pitching me to the labels all in my late 30s, early 40s. And, still doing it,
Yeah. You're still country rocking right along.
Absolutely, yes.
Right. So you end up, you left Pensacola, you ended up, what part of South Alabama did you move to?
I went to Lillian, Alabama, and I was there about 22 years.
Wow.
And then, I left, I sold all my places there, and I bought some property in Crenshaw County, Alabama now, and that's kind of where I reside more than anywhere
just
else.
Not far from Montgomery.
Absolutely, yes. Okay. Just south of Montgomery, about 40 minutes, man. It's out there in the woods. It's just peaceful and quiet. I like the deer and the antelope and all that stuff. My buddies,
Basically a country boy's paradise.
100%.
100. Okay.
Oh, yes, 100%. Right. It's so peaceful there, man. It's just very nice there.
But you still find time to get up to Nashville, make some music. Now, somewhere in the middle, somewhere in between there, you actually started a trucking business, pretty successful trucking business.
I did, yes. I was started. They pitched me to Warner Brothers. I walked in there in 14, 15, and they, we negotiated probably 12, 13 months, just song after song and projects, and we just never could, come to the table. So, I finally just kind of parted ways and just kind of put my guitar down for a few years, man. And I started a trucking company. It was very, very successful. I was a car hauler. I had 2 or 3 semi trucks, and I run the Southeast. And with COVID come along, man, and it devastated the car industry. It killed us guys, the small guys, couldn't keep afloat. And, not only that, it killed my mama and killed my brother 4 months apart.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
And, man, that's where this new song come from. It ignited me to writing again. I mean, 100%. I've got so much material. So, sad times on one end, but on the other end, it kind of, it brought me, it's brought Not On Me out of me, man. Not On Me to me that's where that song comes from.
I was going to say, since you brought it up, I did want to talk to you the single Not On Me, Randy Cobb. You can go and find it right now. It does hit a little different. And so now that I've got that, because that was going to be my next question, like, okay, so this song, it's one that you wrote, and where did it come from? So now we know where the place that it was born from, a place of loss, real loss.
100%. Because when I put my older brother in the car, because we've always been a real healthy family. We beat everything, never go to doctors. You may get a cold every couple of years, whatever, just blessed that way, and my brother got real sick, and he lived right there with me. I've had 2 homes, and he lived in one, and I lived across the yard in the other one. And he got so bad, I put him in the car to take him to the hospital. I didn't know what he had. We really didn't know. I never got to speak to him again. I never got to see him again. Never got to speak to him, and I got sick from him. And I got the COVID, so I ran a high fever for 16 days, and had all the everything, all the symptoms. I mean, it kicked my tail, man. But But I was sitting there laying on that couch, and at that time they were already, they were making us stay home. We couldn't, work. My bank account was depleting, and while they're saying all that, we can't provide for our families, and
Yeah. I mean, this is realities, man.
yeah,
It's like,
man, it is. It's just, they stole my livelihood, they stole my family from me, all this stuff, and while they're ushering thousands over the border, man, and and that's all that stuff's on our backs, on the back of the blue collar workers, because we're all having to pay for all that in the long run.
mm-hmm.
So, that's where Not On Me come from, man. My favorite saying is the American dream's not a handout, and it's not. We all have to work to make it work. That's just how it's got to be, man. And there's too much of it going on, man. And that's where Not On Me's coming from.
All right. Well, the single is Not On Me, and it's probably going to resonate with quite a few people who haven't heard it. You can go and find it. In fact, I'll let Randy tell you. It's like if somebody's hearing your story right now and they're going, I got to learn more about this guy. I got to hear more of this guy's music. Where do they go and find you on the internet?
Man, I'm all over. My username on all of my social medias is Randy Cobb Music. It's on the song is on all your digital platforms, Pandora, iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, everything, all the digital platforms. It is there. It's doing very well. It's on YouTube. We created a video on YouTube for Not On Me, and it's running on 2.2 million hits now, in 8 weeks. So it's doing very, very well. It's resonating with the American people on both sides of the aisle. We wrote it, I'm not trying to call out anyone on any side of the aisle. It's right down the middle, man. Everyone is tired of this, on both sides of the aisle, man.
Oh yeah, well, everybody's got to make ends meet.
Yes, we
all got ends to meet.
100%, man. 100%. So yeah, y'all go check that out, man, if y'all would, please.
All right. If you want to hear Not On Me, you call me at Kicks 96. We'd be happy to play it for you. And
awesome.
Find Randy of live performance from him elsewhere here on our YouTube channel. We'll get him to play something for us live here in the studio. And Randy, man, thanks for coming and visiting us.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you, brother.
And we'll see you next time on another artist video blog, Kicks96country.com.
You've got your hands out, but these handouts ain't for free. No, baby, not on me. Baby,